This video is powered by LearnToPlay.live, the only hardware synth performance course. Register now and enjoy 40% off. Let's Techno Live. That's going to be today's video. Are you ready for it? Let's go and do that right now. Hey, what's up, Mental Kitchen, and thank you for checking out yet another video. Now, if this is your first time here, don't hesitate to click subscribe and hit that notification bell. Whenever I upload a new video, you'll be kept in the loop and you'll not miss out on anything. Stick around till the end of this video. I will tell you all about LearnToPlay.live. It's a new platform. We're starting end of September and it's going to be awesome. Spots are filling, so do get on board. I'm also going to tell you about the analog courses that a lot of you guys have already signed up for. They're coming. As a matter of fact, the electronic songwriting for techno music course is online now. So if you have pre-rolled on that course, go and grab it. Next one up I'm going to film is the MPC one and then the circuit tracks one. It might sound confusing. Why are you throwing all these courses out there? But those courses are old. That's already been done. Those people have already ordered them, so I'm going to make sure that those are done, and then you know. So, all right, on topic. I was looking to really slim down on my setup because sometimes you're traveling to a place where you can't really bring everything, and it's cool. It depends. If I'm domestically playing around, meaning I'm not leaving my country or I'm staying in Europe, I don't need to fly, then obviously I chuck everything in the boot of the car and just drive there or whatever, or take a train like we did to Berlin. That's all manageable. But once you start flying, you want to just keep it concise, but you don't want to lose the flexibility of your live set. So what I've done is, you follow it for the last weeks, I've been assembling my modular synthesizer. It's absolutely been awesome. I say thank you to Eric Circo. He's really been helpful. I mean, I spoke to him, also Media Amsterdam. There's a few other cats, and thanks. Everybody's really been supportive of this flavor. So what I've got right now, I will explain to you. This is how we're going to do it. I'm going to do a jam and try a few things out. And the only thing I got is the modular and the Octatrack. So that should be interesting. Now, hang tight and let me know in the comment section if you like it or not. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so I really enjoy what's happening right now, and I do enjoy it because of the simple fact that there's so many possibilities here. Literally, what's going on is, let's talk about clocking first. There is this Sitka modules gravity, which is a clock, but the clock also has like an expander that can get MIDI. So you set this thing to receive MIDI. Pretty much the MIDI comes from the Octatrack. So when I start something here, you can see that instantly stuff is starting to move. So that's easy peasy, right? So bam, cool. Now I've distributed the clock to go in different routes. First, let's look at how I set this up. The top row is sequencing and clock divisions and some multiples. So literally this is one clock device, the gravity by Sitka modules, then the IntelliGel Steppy, and then there is the IntelliGel Metropolis, not Licks, Metropolis, and this is taking care of the music. But in terms of the drums, the Steppy is taking care of the drums. Now the kick drum was coming from the Shakmat battering ram, and as you can hear, there's different things that it can do. If we go over what it does, let's just listen to it quick fast. You can see that now there's a few things. There's drive, different types of drive, the depth of the drive, the decay of the kick, the pitch of the kick, the attack of the kick, and that's absolutely amazing. But also there is a envelope output, and that envelope output is a smart thing, because if I send that envelope, it's the negative voltage actually, so it does the opposite thing of what you're hearing right here, but I can stick this into the sidechain input of this Endorphins cockpit mixer. Now the mixer has got like 1, 2, 3, 4 different channels, stereo mind you, and then there is a sidechain input. So this kick now is sending out a sidechain into this mixer, which is really cool. So if I've got, you can hear that it affects. Now it doesn't really do anything. You can hear the sound. Let's play a little bit longer notes. And once I open up the decay of my kick, you'll see that the kick now is going to start ducking it, which is cool. And the cool part of that is that how do you duck it? Literally by holding it. It starts to blink. So if I'm holding it, it's not engaged. So clicking it fast means you demute stuff. Let's click it longer. Now the sidechain, you can see blinking, the sidechain is there. You have to play around with it. So there's a tandem that I found, like how much of the decay would I like to send into the sidechain and how much of the sidechain do I want to be active. So you can really play around with the envelopes there. Now this sound that you're hearing is coming from the Perkins voice. And the Perkins voice is getting a trigger by the gravity. Now the gravity does 3 things. It records my sequences. As you can see, I can just literally go in and say like, okay, it's playing, let's clear it. One is the start stop button, the top button, and the bottom button is the one that to clear all the notes. So now it's gone. And then if I press this, nothing happens. I can now manually put some steps in. Very simple, you know. But the best thing to do is to hold it. Let's go in, click it once. And now, if I'm going to hit this thing here, how cool is that? So let's take them out. Boom, gone. And then record a new one in. Say, pam, 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 pam. Pump. Nice, right? Oh, yeah, I'm liking that. hi-hat in. See if I can find my hi-hat. Stuck on somewhere. Here it is. Now, battering ram for the kick. I explained it to you. Now there's this nano modules Octa, which is really cool. It's got a 808 kick drum, a 808 snare. And you can see that I've got that engaged right now. But to keep it moderately, I will just not engage the drive as loud and go in and make a little bit of a tom out of it. Clap of the Octa. Head of the Octa. But you can hear something is not really tight. So I will solve that, but this module just literally came to me this week, so that it could be tighter. So, but I love the fact that I'm in the box here, in this in the box. I'm not in the box, but I'm in the box. You know what I mean? I'm in this modular kind of rig and enjoying what I can do with it, right? So I spoke about using the 808 snare to really get a driving thing going, get a breakbeat thing going. Let's put in some 16th heads. Now this module, you can have 4 separate outputs, or you can have this full-on output, and then just, you know, this is a sum of everything. Again, there's another sidechain that you can stick in here. So obviously, if I can say multiply the sidechain input that's going in here, I can ideally stick it in here as well. Play around with it, but you know, it's just open to everything. This Perkins voice, let's move over. The Perkins voice, I'm looking for a percussive sound. Now, what it can do. Now you're only hearing the Perkins voice, which is being cut off by the sidechain, as you can hear. So, sidechain off, sidechain in, and then if I want to the volume by turning it and holding it means there's no sidechain anymore. Listen to the kick. Pretty aggressive, right? But I want to get a little bit of that. And the reverb that you heard was coming from the Nebula Echo Cinematic. So you can really space it out then, you know, liking that. So I'm playing around with these otherworldly sounds, so it becomes very industrial or very, you know, mechanical. I'm liking that. Now, a few things that are happening on this module. Yeah. Calm yourself. There's a few things that are happening on this module as well, the Perkins voice. Now, of course, there's tune. There's decay. There's drive. There's one parameter here. So this means it's, so you can really make bass notes out of it as well. Listen. Nice. This is a little bit more of a attack. And of course there's cutoff. So a few things that you can do, really nice. So play around with the different vibes here, you know what I mean? The battering ram, as I told you before, has got 2 different types of distortion. This is like 4 in the morning when I'm going home, lost my friends, lost my phone, don't know where I am. This is pretty much like getting to the point. Still my friends around, everything cool, you know what I mean? Now, so this ideally is how I like to play around. Now the sound that you heard, let's get the small birds out of there. Pew, 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 pew. Metropolis is doing a bit of a dance around, so I'm playing a sound coming from there. If we mute this Perkins voice here, we're going over to the clavis voice. Now I'm using the sub output and I'm playing something random. Now this thing plays a faster sequence, as you can hear. Then again, it can do 8 steps, but then it starts to polymeter itself out of the way, you know what I mean? So obviously if it's 8 steps, which ideally is coming in the 7th, I'm missing a step. So I have to put this one on 2. And then with the gate and time knobs, I get to play around with the envelope. There's 4 different settings. You can even put a legato note on there, as you hear. You can steps. You can have one that is placed, and mute it all together. And then with the different knobs here, you can just make slides if I want to make it a little bit acid. As you can hear. So this thing does really cool stuff and make very long patterns if you would want to, if you just like tweak around with these little slide with a little pulse counts here. So that's really cool. And this is going through the black delay by Erica Synths, which is a bucket brigade delay with smaller meshes on one side and the longer ones over on the other side. So, and it acts as a mixer between the short and the long delays, which are really cool. You know what I mean? Really cool. So I'm liking that. So you can hear that there's a lot of versatility in this small box. Of course, there's so many different things that you can do and just look at and picture, but I think this does what it does, you know. The length is being done by this low pass gate, the Optomix old school module that works. I'm really liking that. And you know, you just set the gate input into the control, put the input of the sound there, and it's got like 2 different inputs and a summing output. That's really cool, or different outputs. So say I was to do something with the 2 oscillators on the twin waves maybe, or a different oscillator that I would use, or maybe double the Perkins voice with a note or tone and do that with the clavis as well. I can just like make it stereo, go in stereo into the stereo input of the Echomatic, and then just go in stereo into the cockpit. That has a nice convenient sort of like plug that sums things together with a left and a right that goes into a small stereo. And that is that. Now, improv, that's the whole thing why this exists. I mean, I can do a lot of things, but whatever I do with the Octatrack will pretty much be the same thing, the same vibe. Let's take this out. It will be the same thing, you know what I mean? But here, I get to play around with nuances that are really cool, but at the same time, stay within a beaten path and go off the rails if I wanted to, or stay there. So I hope this is helpful. This is my live techno rig for now, pimped and a lot of stickers on it. So yeah, I'm actually happy with it. Yeah, I only have to say wow. I mean, it's early days, not really, but yes. And as a matter of fact, it's slimmed down, but it's not, because with modular you can do so many things, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted it to be flexible. I wanted it to really be, you know, in a place where I get to really like structure anything or everything that I want to. Now, and yes, it's early days because these modules can do so many things. I'm only touching the surface, but I'm really liking what's happening right now. So I'm saying what's up to all these people that are also into the modular thing. And you know, this is not a modular channel. It's just a music channel. You guys know that if you follow it for a long time. If not, hit like and subscribe, and you know, tell the world about this little place on the web. Now, Learn to Play.live is where we, and with we, I'll tell you who, teach you how to learn how to play live. We will actually tell you and teach you on what is sound, how to interpret sound, how to translate sound from your cans onto the dance floor, how you can make a concise longer set, how to transition, how to look at frequencies, how to build your setup, what to do. Would you like to go fully live? Would you like to go semi-live? Is there a hybrid? There's so many questions, and I've been doing it for quite some time, but still I would like to get a few cats on board, get a few people on board to help me out. So Attibau, who is teaching in one of the highest schools here in Holland, he's an immersive audio engineer. He can really, you know, mix stuff in Dolby Atmos, and that's cool because I think it might be going that direction in the not too distant future. That's that. Now, Enrico's on board for IK Multimedia. We've got Gerrit from RetroKids on board. Tim Midi Amsterdam's on board. DJ Pierre, he's on board. He's going to teach you a lot of stuff. DJ Joe Smooth is there. Funk Devoid is there. There's so many different teachers that I've asked. And how does this work? Well, we're going to stream the course live. And if you're in a place in the world that you can't really watch it, the weekly 32-week course, then you'll watch it the next day. You get your own environment with your own place where the courses are being uploaded after we've streamed them live. So you can, if you're in Holland, be physically there where we are streaming from, and if not, you'll just like tune in and you'll check the course that way. Now, it's going to be absolutely awesome. I really enjoy the fact that it's just next level. You know what I mean? This is the next level in, if you want to perform, you want to just get to a point where you say like, you know what, I'm done running around the hamster wheel. I'm done just making a loop. I just want to finish stuff. Not only that, there's a cool community that you're going to be a part of as well. So I'm telling you, spots are filling. Don't hesitate. We're getting on board. Is really cool. I'm looking to do a webinar in the next few weeks, maybe. I don't know. I have to plan it first, and we'll just, you know, go over certain topics that I think are cool, but also let me know in the comment section what topics you would like to have me dive into, and we'll sort that out. Now, as I said in the intro, the analog courses course, Electronic Songwriting for Techno, is that a lot of you guys already have subscribed for. It's out, so go and grab it. I will finish the courses that are online, but I won't be making more new courses in that format, as obviously I'm going to be focusing myself on Learn to Play.live. Do check it out also. So, all right, so that is me. If you made it this far into the video, you sir, I'm an absolute superstar. Thank you very much. My name is Analog Kitchen, and I guess I'll catch you next week. You know where, on another video. I'll say peace, and I'm out.